If you've jumped straight into this part of Lesson 3, you can use the catch-up file purple4.sib to get started. You may need the hidden comments, so if you've just opened the file, click Yes when Sibelius prompts you. If you're using an earlier file, go to the View tab in the ribbon, then check Comments from the Invisibles group. If you're still working on the file you imported from Music.xml earlier in this lesson, it won't have those comments. There are many kinds of repeats used by music notation, and this part of the lesson covers an example of all of them. Begin by using repeat bars. Repeat bars tell the player to repeat the same music as the last 1, 2, or 4 bars, depending on the symbol used. To locate the repeat bars symbols, you first need to learn one more thing about the Keypad panel. So far, we've used the Keypad panel to get note lengths, articulation marks, accidentals, ties, and rests. In actual fact, the layout of the keypad can be changed so that the same shortcut keys on your numerical keypad can summon a whole range of musical elements in your score. Pressing the next keypad layout button cycles through the 6 different keypad layouts. In addition, you can use the F7 to F12 keys to jump straight into any of the 6 layouts, although sometimes other applications and the Mac operating system may also be triggered by these keys. The second keypad layout is called More Notes and includes longer and shorter note lengths than are available on the first layout, as well as grace notes, extra rhythm dots, and some miscellaneous functions such as creating a bar rest, putting a note in brackets, and making notes cue-sized. The third keypad layout is called Beams/Tremolos. Buttons at the top of the keypad panel change the beaming away from the defaults, while buttons at the bottom allow for the creation of different kinds of tremolos and rolls. The fourth keypad layout contains articulation marks. These include marks for bowing and harmonics. This layout also contains pauses and 3 buttons with squares on them, which can be user-defined if you so wish. The fifth keypad layout is called Jazz Articulations and contains the repeat bar symbols that you need right now, plus scoops and falls found in jazz music and arpeggiation lines. The sixth and final keypad layout is for accidentals. It contains not only the accidentals in the first keypad panel layout, but also the double sharps and flats, quarter tones, and cautionary brackets. Before you add the first 4-bar repeat symbol, change the layout of the score to landscape to accommodate the space that will be needed. To do this, go to the Layout tab in the ribbon, click on Orientation in the Document Setup group and choose Landscape. If the spacing looks squishy, as ever, just optimize staff spacing. Highlight bars 9 to 20 in the drum part. Go to the 5th keypad layout and click the 4-bar repeat button. These repeats will also play back. The next kind of repeat you'll add to your score are repeat bar lines and first and second time bars. To insert the end repeat bar line at the end of the first chorus, select the bar line at the end of bar 24, and then go to Notations, to the Common group, Bar line, and choose End Repeat. This repeat is supposed to go back to the start of the first verse, so you need a start repeat bar line there. To make sure this bar line goes exactly where you need it, press Escape twice to make sure you have nothing selected, and then make sure that you can see the start of bar 13. This time, choose the Start Repeat bar line from the same menu, and with a blue loaded mouse pointer, carefully point the Start Repeat bar line at the start of that bar. As you go, if you have the comments showing in your score, you can delete them to check them off. These repeats are designed to use first and second time bars. Select bar 24 in any part, and press L to open the lines gallery. Select the first ending from the lines gallery and it will be added over this bar. Now select bar 25 in any part, press L again and add the second ending. If the ending lines overlap a little, zoom in and drag their ends until you're happy with the layout. If you start playback from just before the repeat, you will notice that Sibelius repeats back to bar 13, and when it comes back to the first time bar, misses it out and jumps forward to the second time bar. The final kind of repeats to add to the score are written large-scale structural repeats, such as the DS-AL coda. These written instructions tell the player to jump back to a sign earlier in the score, and then jump forward to the ending when they reach another instruction. At bar 42, and with no selection, choose the Repeat text style from the Full Styles gallery under the Text tab. The mouse pointer will become blue to show you it's loaded, and then you should click at the end of bar 42, which is where the text needs to appear. Rather than typing the text, right-click or control-click on a Mac and choose DS-AL coda from the context-sensitive menu. If you're working in Windows, your context-sensitive menu will look slightly different, but will contain all of the same terms. You can now repeat this process for the other parts of the repeat structure. At bar 5, you should add the segno, again from the context-sensitive menu. And at bar 12, add a to coda. And at bar 43, add a coda symbol and type the word coda. Before you reward yourself by listening to your many repeat structures, there's just one more thing to fix. If you look at bar 13, you'll see that the vocalist has the instruction first time only, and then both times in bar 21. In contrast, there is a guitar solo written between bars 13 and 20 that is marked second time only. The idea in this kind of structure is that on the repeat, the vocalist takes a break for the guitarist, who similarly doesn't play the first time through while the singer is singing. To make this work, you get to play for the first time with Sibelius's Inspector. Open the Inspector by going to the Home tab on the ribbon. The Inspector is also context sensitive, so it will change based on whatever you have selected in your score. To make the vocalist perform the first time, but not the second time, select bars 13 to 20 of that part and uncheck the to checkbox under Play on Pass. Now, repeat this process with the guitar solo, but this time uncheck the number 1. Finish off working with repeats by playing back your score, and you should notice all of those changes that you have made working in combination.